The President of the Republic of Kenya, President William Ruto, next week is expected to visit the Mount Kenya region. Now, we all know in the whole country and in the whole of the Mount Kenya region that there is nobody that is loved throughout the country due to how they have delivered and worked more than the governor of MURANGA County, Irungu Kangata. Now, Ruto has been trying so much to win Irungu Kangata in his side. But one thing has happened. Irungu Kangata has sent out a letter to President William Ruto in regards to him visiting his county, that is MURANGA County. As we know, Irungu Kangata has worked on several things, several development projects in MURANGA County, which President William Ruto is planning to come and launch in his Mount Kenya tour. But Irungu Kangata has said that if the president is to come in the Mount Kenya region, he is to come to launch the national government projects, not the county governments not the county government projects done by the county government of MURANGA County. So what does this mean to President William Ruto? Ruto needs to have the support of some certain people in the Mount Kenya region. And one person that he has faced so much opposition from when it comes to using their projects in his tour in the Mount Kenya region is Irungu Kangata. But why is Irungu Kangata doing this? I shall remind you of something that happened a few weeks, or let me say months ago, when Irungu Kangata, Rigathi Gachagua, and one governor of Nyeri County, Mutahi Kahiga, met at the burial of the father to the Laikipia senator. Now, in that burial, one Mutahi Kahiga called Irungu Kangata and told him, Irungu Kangata, is about time you take your stand. The people of the Mount Kenya region, you know them. You might be the most overworking governor. You might deliver everything to them. You might feed them in their families. But one thing these people do is that they always follow their kingpin and their regarded leader or kingpinship or kingpin in the Mount Kenya region. And so Irungu Kangata was told it's about time you declare your stand. Stop beating around the bush. Stop staying neutral in this politics. Stop being like Didi Nyoro. And so Irungu Kangata, while he took the stage, he said that there are things that we must address. If SHA is not working, we should say it is not working. If the funding model is not working, we should say it's not working. If abductions are bad, we should say abductions are bad because the voice of many is the voice of God. Now that was the time that Irungu Kangata for the first time went ahead to oppose President William Ruto and call him out publicly. Now Ruto knows losing Irungu Kangata is like losing the governors in the Mount Kenya region, because he is the example of the governors that have delivered to their people. So Ruto has been given conditions. If you must come in the Mount Kenya region in MURANGA County, one thing we want from you, Mr. President, is the Mau Mau roads and some big projects. Not you coming to use the projects that I have done. You know, we all are saying that the funding model is not working. The funding model, yes, it's not working. But Irungu Kangata in his MURANGA County has introduced a certain, not the funding model, I mean the SHA is not working, the healthcare system. He introduced a new healthcare insurance system called Kangata Care. And that system has been a lifesaver to the people of MURANGA County. So President William Ruto has been trying so much to take credit of these projects done by Kangata. But Kangata has said no. which means now Ruto has to mobilize forces around Kangata to try and see whether he can get the crowd. And the people that have been working so much to convince Kangata to get in the Ruto's bandwagon is the women representative of Murang'a County, that is Jerry Maina, Honorable Sabina Chege, and some certain members of parliament. But one thing is clear. If there is a county that wants nothing to do with William Ruto, is Murang'a County. Another thing, if Irungu Kangata in one way stands with William Ruto and welcomes William Ruto and continues to tour the mountain with William Ruto, then the people of Murang'a County will in a way believe that Irungu Kangata sees something good in William Ruto. Are we together? So they will follow William Ruto. But Irungu Kangata does not want that. What does that tell you? President William Ruto's tour in the Mount Kenya region is set to fail, is set to be I don't think even this tour will finish the 2 weeks that he is said to be in the Mount Kenya region. Looking at it, if people like Irungu Kangata have voiced, the other day, Didi Nyoro was launching the county commissioners, the deputy county commissioner's office in Kiaru. Irungu Kangata is in support of Didi Nyoro. But Didi Nyoro, the president people from the State House called the offices of the government officers in Kiharu and told them, you should not attend and you should not move to that office that Kiharu member of parliament Didi Nyoro was launched for you. So Irungu Kangata has been trying to ask the questions to the people surrounding President William Ruto. Why should people who are delivering be opposed and be censored to continue delivering to their people? Murang'a County, Kiharu constituency falls in Murang'a County. You can't censor somebody that is delivering to my people as a whole county. So one thing, Bwana President, is about time you also address your issues with Didi Nyoro before even visiting Murang'a. The president will begin his tour in Nyeri. After Nyeri, he is expected to go to Tharaka. But before Tharaka, he was expected to pass through Kiambu, then Murang'a, before going to those places and then returning to Murang'a for official launches. The other day, the president called a meeting with the governors of the Mount Kenya region. And Irungu Kangata was the first person to decline that meeting. What does this tell you about the tour? It is a failure. Is there any way that this tour is going to succeed in the Mount Kenya region? I want to hear your comments and guns to Irungu Kangata refusing to fall into the bandwagon of President William Ruto, and what is your take in regards to Ruto trying to force Irungu Kangata's hand to supporting him and endorsing his Mount Kenya tour? Leave a comment on the comment section. See you in our next video. Remember to subscribe. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.